Good evening, everybody. This is Caught with the Red Barrel. Yeah, welcome to my first video. As you can probably tell, this is the world-renowned Euro Truck Simulator. Yeah, I figured this is a game over the years that I've spent a good deal of time on, not reflected by that profile there, but over a considerable amount of time I've spent, I think maybe 270 hours at the last check was the amount of time I've put into this game. So I figured, you know, it would be a good one to start off and do my first video with, and just like, you know, start from scratch and see if this would be a series that people would be interested in. So let's go ahead and start a new profile. That was the name of my last driver, so let's come up with something else interesting. Let's just call it the same as the channel name. Call of the Red Barrel. No two L's. I don't actually know which one's which out of those two, so I'm going to stick with the one that I think is for male. Picture, the last time I picked that big fat Santa guy, this guy here, which actually looks nothing like me at all, but why the fuck would I pick a picture that looks like me? That probably looks more like me than anybody else. Looks good. He looks the least like a rapist. That looks like the guy off Train Spotting. The Scottish guy? The one who loses the pool game? Yeah. Black guy, that could be interesting. Big bald black guy? I could be God. Let's be God. God's Trucking Company. Preferred truck design. Well, I've played this game long enough to know that the Volvo FH15 is the granddaddy of all trucks, and that's the one I always pick, so let's have that. Company logo. I've had the Fire, I've had that one. Let's have the Euro for the Euro truck. So, company name. Again, I'll tell you what, we'll call it Red Barrel. Red Barrel. Oh, piss off. Red Barrel Logistics. Language English. Plane model Europe. Create. Okay, so we're God in a Volvo in a Euro-centric company. Sounds good. I'm pretty sure God would be pro-Euro. Mouse doing blah blah blah. We'll just do later. Skip with that. Okay. Check the intro. Headquarters selection. So usually somewhere in the UK, so let's stick with somewhere that's close to me, which is where I live here in the Midlands. So we'll go with Birmingham. Confirm selection. No, I don't want to look for the tutorial. I've done it all before. I'm going to turn this damn music off. That's the first thing to do. Welcome to Euro Truck Simulator 2. At last, you have the chance to experience your dream job, driving a truck. Sounds good, doesn't it? I'll tell you what, if your dream job is driving a truck, you might need to get some new truck. Your own transportation company is now open for business, but sadly you lack the money to buy a truck. For now, you'll have to work for other companies as a driver or buyer. The task is to safely deliver a load of reservoir tank to State Dock in Birmingham. The employer is providing the vehicle and will cover all expenses that are down at the time. Okay, seems simple enough. So we've got a quick job. So as stated, there in the introduction, we have been given a job. We don't have a truck, we don't have any money of our own, or we have 2,000 euros, which I will get round to changing very shortly. But yes, so we are essentially a freelance truck driver, and we have been given this job of delivering this reservoir tank from A to B in Birmingham, as we can see by looking at the map there. If we go into our map here, it's really a very ambulatory job, just to teach you the kind of the, you know, how to go from A to B essentially. So there's really nothing to this one at all, so let's just get it out of the way nice and quickly. So we'll start our truck, which is a Volvo. Happy days, and let's get on the road. So to go left here. Oh, I do need to change some keys. This is all a bit weird. I didn't realise when you set up a new profile, it changes all your settings back to the default, so I will have to go and change those. But yeah, we are literally going around the corner. Now, what I'm going to do, or what I'm going to try and do at least, on this series, if it's something that, you know, either catches on, or, you know, that I decide to do more of, is I'm going to try something that I don't usually try and do, and that's obey the rules of the road, including speed limits, and try and keep myself free of things like fines and crashes, and try and keep vehicle damage to an absolute minimum, and try and do it from a reasonably pro perspective if I can. That doesn't include parking the trailer, because I am absolutely shite at that. Maybe if a little bit further down the line I can do that, but yeah, as I said, this is a really short job just to get you familiar with the vehicle controls, really. So let's hit enter, and that's our first job done. So dead simple, literally just around the corner. So we've got a bunch of XP, or a little bit of XP for that. Now coffee. Wow. This is your headquarters, looking a bit worse for wear. A ramshackle old garage, I have to admit. It's a pretty basic garage. It may not be much, but it's a focus, so everybody's pretty familiar with that. We don't have a truck to park there, so essentially it's pretty much useless other than being our central hub. Once you've earned money and bought a truck, you will be able to move in the world freely and run your own business here. So this is where we will attempt to, as we earn more money, go into the game and buy a truck and add other drivers and other vehicles to our fleet. Eventually we will be able to upgrade this, make it swisher and nicer, and upgrade our headquarters. So let's go ahead and change some of these keys, because I'm not happy with where my indicators are. So let's see. I can't find the indicators. Where are you? Oh, here we go. Left turn indicator is right turn indicator. So I'm playing on the keyboard here. Nothing special, no fancy steering wheels or anything like that. Yeah, it's something that I've always just been happy enough to do. Really, I haven't really felt like I've needed to change from the keyboard. I know some people swear by playing on with a super steering wheel setup and whatnot, but no, keyboard is fine for me. My setup's nice and comfortable for playing in that way, so I'll stick with that until further notice. So yeah, we need to go out there and get a job. So we go over here to our job market. Like I said, we don't have a truck at the moment, so we need to go to quick job, which is essentially where you go when you just want to do a quick job for somebody else, and use their truck to do so. So let's try and aim for something with the Volvo. Nice high-paying job here for Postsped. Taking some chemical sorbent, 11 tons of, from Birmingham to Cardiff, and we'll get €3,254 for doing that. It's not a urgent job. We haven't unlocked the ability to pick up urgent jobs yet, so it's just we've got plenty of time to make this delivery. So let's take that, because it's a Volvo again, so we can toot along at least a decent, respectable speed. So we'll take that job, and let's get some work done. So here we are again. It's because we don't have our own truck, we don't need to drive to the job. It automatically, it assumes that we walk there or got a taxi there or whatever. So we're in an FH15, FH16, sorry, beg your pardon. I know my onions, don't I? So we are taking chemical sorbent. I've got no idea what that is. If anybody wants to leave me a comment and tell me what the hell chemical sorbent is it for making sorbet or something? Who knows? Let's start her up anyway. We are away. So let's get out of the yard safely, first and foremost. Give him a toot on the way out. Cheers, lads. And am I going the right way? Yeah, it must be. Where am I? I don't know. The map says going to different. Oh, right. Okay, so it means once you get on the road. Okay, so indicate now, because we've rearranged our buttons. Shut it a little bit. Right, so what's the speed limit here? 30. Get just enough to beat those lights. In previous playthroughs of this game, I've been just so tempted to just nail past red lights, because what's weird about this game is sometimes it will fine you for going through a red light, and other times it won't make a peep. It's so strange. It just seems to decide when it wants to give you a fine for going through a red light. It's really quite odd. So you never really know. So a lot of the time I just think, you know what, knackers to it. I'll just nail through that red light. But no, let's try with this Let's Play to at least make a respectable job of being a truck driver. So on we go. So we're going to Cardiff. I think, what's it saying there? I've got a new mail. That's probably the bank offering me money. I'm already going over the speed limit, which is good, isn't it? Get down to 30 before I hit a speed camera. So yeah, I mean, I've been playing this game for some time now. I bought it when I had a previous PC, or my utility PC as I call it now, which had integrated graphics and whatnot. And it was actually as a result of watching a very similar video, you know, to this one, by a gentleman called Squirrel, who you may be aware of, who I used to watch, you know, and I was kind of, you know, oddly fascinated with, you know, the game, and you know, it's kind of its appeal, really, as people often seem to be. It has this weird niche appeal, because, you know, when you're playing it, you just don't understand really what the appeal of it is, you know, other than the fact that it's, you know, kind of, it's about trucks kind of thing. But you shouldn't like it. I certainly shouldn't, given my kind of, you know, usual gaming palette. You know, this is pretty far removed from anything that I would usually go for, because I don't really even like kind of, you know, massively genuinely tend to play racing games or car games or that kind of thing. Really, I'm more of an adventure stroke mystery stroke, you know, kind of yeah, shooting, fighting, that kind of thing, you know. So it was a real left field surprise that I was even remotely interested in this game. So yeah, it's been as much a surprise hit for me as it has been for the countless other people who have obviously clearly picked it up as well. So yeah, and obviously, I mean, this series is, you know, well, way behind the times. You know, there's these Let's Plays are absolutely all over YouTube, so I don't expect it to be, you know, anything meteoric. But I figured, you know, my first video, my first sort of Let's Play series, might as well be this game, because it's something that I've put a lot of time and effort into over the years that I've been playing it. So, but now I have a new setup and you know, a kind of a dedicated gaming PC. So it's yeah, it kind of makes sense to you know, to give this game a kind of fair crack of the whip, really, on its you know, on a machine that makes it look quite nice, because I think it was a bit of a subsistence level existence on my previous machine. So. But yes, so this is my first video. Like I said, this is Cult of the Red Barrel. This is a brand new gaming channel. So it's kind of all quite conceptual at the moment. I'm not really sure, like, kind of what format everything's going to take. I guess I'll be, you know, over the coming weeks and months, putting out a variety of different styles of content, and seeing, hopefully, you know, just seeing what people like, seeing what they, you know, what they want to see, what they don't want to see. Like, don't make any more of those dumbass Euro truck videos. They're boring and they're shit, and so are you, you know. But yeah, you know, just a general you know, sort of rangefinder, if you like. You know, my name's Matt. I have been gaming for, God, what am I now, 34. So I've been gaming for, well, longer than I should probably admit to. And yeah, you know, it's something that I felt that I you know, I had a little bit of an itch to scratch with you know, doing Let's Plays and, you know, doing gaming videos for some time. So I think, you know, like I said, I think you're likely to see quite a different variety of games coming from me, different Let's Plays, and I'm happy to, you know, should there be, you know, should I get you know, sort of people asking me for different things, I'm happy to, you know, where possible, to try and accommodate people's requests for things like Let's Plays, commentaries, reviews, and so on and so forth. So by all means, if there's something that you want to see, played through with commentary, or that you want to see me do a review on, or anything that you know, any content that you want to see on the channel, I'd like to, you know, engage with you guys if, you know, if any of you actually are out there watching, or if this is just me talking to myself. You know, but yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say is, you know, give me your feedback, and please feel free to let me know what you want to see, if anything, or just more of the same. Your feedback would be welcome. I live in Rugby, in Warwickshire, which is hence why I base my garage in Birmingham, which is reasonably close to here, about 20 miles away roughly. Maybe I might be underestimating that vastly. Probably about 30 miles actually, because it's about half an hour on the train. So yeah, but that's in the Midlands in the UK. Obviously, maybe I would have spot my Midlands accent. I always find that weird. You know, I don't feel like I have an accent really at all, aside from a British one. I don't know. You tell me in the comments. Do I have a particular regional accent? Whoa! I need to sort this braking intensity out as well, because that's far too slow. Didn't indicate there at all either. Excellent. Well, I haven't got a fine yet, so that's the main thing. Yeah, accent. It's really weird, because some people, especially people from Birmingham, where obviously I've just based my garage, you know, their accent is so thick, not in the, you know, stupid sense of the term, though some people probably might actually tend to that particular notion. Yeah, it's yeah, it's weird. I don't feel like I have an accent really at all. So let me know in the comments if you feel like I do have a particularly discernible accent. Anyway, so we're on the way. We're on some really weird kind of back roads type of situation. Timer says we've got 2 hours 7 minutes to our destination, which in real terms is probably, if I continue to stick to the time limit, probably to the speed limit. If I continue to stick to the speed limit, that's probably about 10 minutes worth of time, which should be plenty. I think we've got I have to check, see how long we've actually got. Whoops. Yeah, doing multiple things with your hands while trying to steer usually results in some kind of major disaster. Let's just get around this particularly windy series of roads. No damage, that's good. I've been on jobs before where that has been up into the up into the 30s and 40s, so yeah, which is not good, because if you damage your cargo, I mean, if you damage your vehicle and it is the vehicle that you own, then it will begin to fail and break down, conk out on you. Usually when you've got your foot off the power, it will tend to cut out and die, kind of mid journey, which can be annoying. Obviously, the more that you are damaged in percentile terms, the more often that happens. But if you damage your cargo, that is taken out of your fee at the end of the job, and you also lose XP for it as well. So it's obviously in your interests to keep whatever cargo you have, whatever cargo you're pulling, keep your speed down and try to avoid other road users if possible. Having said all that, the AI doesn't always make that possible. Well, I'm going this far too fast. The AI doesn't always make that possible, because it has been known over the years I've been playing it to make some questionable turns and decisions, which I think is pretty common knowledge in the community for this game. Didn't really look there. I do have this is the wrong side of the road as well. No crashes yet, guys. I'm doing well. Yeah, the AI has some moments, I should say. But yeah, this is a wildly popular game, and again, it's difficult to really put one's finger on why. I was saying to some friends at the weekend that I think that the biggest attraction that I can articulate about it is that it's just so damn relaxing. You just tootle along, you don't really do anything. You're kind of sort of just out there in the countryside, kind of just like this. and you feel like, you know, you can just kind of almost zone out really as you play it. But it has a very subtle kind of leveling up skill tree type of system that it's just stress free, and just, you know, I think it's a good almost meditation tool really, in the sense that you can just sort of sit and blank out and just relax as you play, and, you know, earn money and upgrade your garage and so on and so forth. And it's, you know, it comes with a certain sense of satisfaction as you build your company and you see money start to come in from other drivers, and, you know, it's a odd game to have been as successful as it has. Really is a definite left field hit. So yeah, like I said, 270 hours. I would struggle to name another game over the course of my you know, whole gaming career, one single game I mean, that I put a similar amount of time into. Because like over the years, a lot of the time I listen to the radio a lot. Talk radio, sports radio, that kind of thing, and quite often I have just literally, like, you know, I put the football on, for instance, and just listen to the football all day and just play this game, and it's good for that, you know, because it's just, there's just no, I always get caught out by these, always. I'll do my level best. Dear. I guess they do it every time you kind of come past, because it looks like a nice little event, you know. It's kind of, but it does get quite annoying. Like I've been driving up to these and I've been tonking along at like breakneck speed, and the barriers haven't even come down yet, and the lights haven't come on yet. The minute I cross it, it's obviously switched and made that decision that it's gonna, you know, they're gonna come down that second. So you know, the kind of the stop barrier, if you like, has automatically come into place. So even though the light wasn't, you know, the light wasn't yellow or red or whatever, you know, indicating that a train was coming, the game has stopped me being able to go, i.e. the old invisible wall syndrome. And as a result, I've literally stopped flat, like I've hit a concrete wall with the truck, even though there's absolutely nothing there, and incurred, like, you know, 80% damage. Because I was going so fast, you know. Because I think, you know, I've obviously thought to myself probably at some point, oh, this is going to come down if I don't bomb it across. So, yes, there was rage that day. So yeah, nice flowery environment, heights of summer. I don't know how it is with you guys where you are today, but here in the UK, where I am specifically, it is hot as balls. Like, not in a good way either, just like muggy and horrible. And I've been at the office today, just, yeah, it's disgusting. So it was nice to get home and just relax and get in some more comfortable clothes. But yes, also nice weather in Euro Truck World. Oh, that's not down. This braking intensity really needs sorting out. Like, there may be people that watch this and go, what are you doing with the braking intensity? That's less realistic. Listen, I'm not interested in how realistic it is really at all. I mean, yeah, it's fun from the perspective that, you know, it's like driving a truck, and I enjoy the simulator aspect of it, but in reality, I'm kind of, you know, I'm not interested in actually trying to pretend that I'm in a truck. You know, it's just, I play it for the fun of it, not for the, you know, the realism of being a real truck driver. You know, I don't sit here with a Ginster's pasty, for instance, you know, stuffing it and looking for hookers when I stop. Sorry if I'm offending any of you truckers out there. Probably a few knowing nods though. We're not too far away now. 22 minutes, which is about 2 minutes, I would assuage. Do need to sort the steering sensitivity. I'll get these settings all updated for the next video so that they're more in line with what I'm used to. The sensitivity needs turning down a little bit, and the braking sensitivity needs to come up, because it's just all a bit skew-if at the moment, I'm afraid. As we can see there on the rangefinder, or the GPS as it were, we're coming into range of the destination. I'm not going to try and park the trailer, because every time I do, when I try to do it, I can't, and when I'm not trying to do it, I nail it. So obviously now I'm making a video, I will not nail it, and this video will run on for 45 minutes, and I'll end up incurring a damage and time penalty. So we'll just end the video when we get to our destination, but we're not quite there yet. Plus we're getting into the city centre, so I need to slow down, or I'm going to get nailed with a speeding fine. 30. There we go. Well, our first city that we have discovered is the lovely town of Cardiff. Isn't it lovely? Now, obviously, the cities are scaled down versions of themselves. You know, obviously, it's not realistic, or it's not a realistic expectation to imagine that you're going to drive all that way and then get into a a bustling metropolis and have an exact replica of the town. You know, the cities aren't very big. They're, even the biggest ones are essentially a few interconnected roads. Every city has, various drop-off stroke pickup points. Fucker. Oh man. Couldn't do it, could I? I was getting so close without a fine, without nothing, and now I've got a red light as well. So, thanks mate. Much obliged. God damn it. Could not get a job finished without a fine, could I? God damn it. It's money I've lost as well. Paltry pittance of a salary. Don't you feel sorry for me? How many ginsters is that going to cost me? Ah, damn it. Well, there you go. That would have been a flawless victory as well. Never mind. It's not the end of the world. I can't even remember what I was saying. Oh yeah, so like every city has like a few multiple pickup stroke drop off points for cargo, plus recruitment agencies where you can find and hire new drivers. And truck dealers as well, where you can buy trucks. The more you discover, I believe, the better the prices are that you ultimately end up paying. So here we are. We're here in time. I believe we have 0 damage, apart from that poor guy who got his truck smashed up. But I don't think that's meant that I've incurred any damage. So I'm just going to park it in here like this, because I can't be bothered to try and park the truck, because maybe I'll do that in a later video, but this video is already 27 minutes, so I'm going to end it here. Thank you for watching. Depending on what else I decide to do, there may be more of these videos. Please leave a like, and if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe to Cult of the Red Barrel, and I'll be back soon with another video. Thank you very much for watching.